So my number 8 game, and the reason why I bought a new Nintendo 3DS. Chronicles 3D. I loved this game. I absolutely love this game. It's one of my favorite games of all time. The reason why it isn't higher is because, I mean, this game kind of lets you down in terms of graphics. It's a huge game. I was surprised that the 3DS could or the new 3DS could even play it at all in general. But the graphics look worse than they actually do on the regular Wii version, in my opinion. So obviously, if this was a Wii countdown, Xenoblade would probably be close to probably be the best game on there. You know, obviously other than The Last Story, which is an amazing game. But since this is a 3DS countdown, I have to be honest and say that yes, this is the same great game. This is an amazing game, one of the best RPGs of all time, one of the greatest. Just simply the fact that the graphics kind of are a little bit of a letdown led me to put this so far down on my list. But it's a great game. If you have a new Nintendo 3DS, there's no reason why you shouldn't get this game, especially if you haven't played it for the Wii. Alright, so the number 7 game for my top 15 3DS is Super Mario 3D Land. Now the reason why Super Mario 3D Land isn't higher on my list is because it's more of the same thing. The 3D is great, it really is, and you know, like, the graphics are amazing, nice and colorful, the stuff that you come to expect from Mario games. I just, you know, like I said earlier in the video, I'm not a big fan of platformer games. I mean, I love platformer games, I grew up with them, but I love RPGs and action games and shoot 'em ups and stuff like that. Those are the type of games that I kind of love and thrive in. I even like a good life simulation every now and then, but Super Mario 3D Land was kind of just more or less the same old stuff, so it's hard for me to throw it even above into my top 5. Alright, so my number 6 game is none other than Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. Now, I've actually just kind of hopped into this series. I mean, I played a little bit of the Monster Hunter on the PSP, but it's completely different for the 3DS. The 3D is great. The fact that you can play online now with like a bunch of friends and level up, get to G rank. Man, it's awesome. I mean, the weapons you can craft, your armor, it's just so addicting to hop into a game and beat an animal, a huge beast, and then kind of loot him for all of his different attributes and different gear that he drops, and use that to craft different armor and craft different weapons and go hunting with a bunch of your friends. Dude, I literally killed probably around 8 hours, and it seemed like it was only 20 minutes. Like, it seemed like 20 minutes went by, and all of a sudden I looked at the clock, and it was 9 o'clock in the morning, and I started playing at 12 o'clock at night, and I was like, Jesus, like, this is all I've been playing, and I'm so addicted. I mean, like, I've made so many friends off Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. You know, it's a great game. Literally, it really is. The only reason why it's not higher on my list is pretty much the more of what I've been saying throughout this countdown is because, you know, I have other favorite games that are in front of it, but this is a great game. I really do hope Capcom continues to make this game. Alright, so guys, my number 5 game is a bit controversial. There's going to be a lot of you guys out there that are going to be like, no, dude, no, that's the best game, for sure, best game on the 3DS. But so my number 5 game is The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds. Now the reason why this is my number 5 game is because as much as I loved this game was awesome, I just didn't think it was the best game on the console. The graphics are great, the whole top-down style is awesome. I mean, I grew up with playing Zelda on the regular Game Boy, and the top-down style is what I love. I love the top-down style. I loved the graphics, I loved the gameplay, I loved how Link looked in this game, I loved how he could merge into the wall and kind of all the dungeons and stuff. It's just, it's not, to me, it's not perfect. It almost is, almost. I'd give it like a 92 out of 100 if I were to give it a score, but the games that come after this on my top down are just essential games I can't live without. Alright, so guys, my number 4 game is a game that came out last year, and when I had first heard about it and started hearing things about it, you know, possibly coming up for the 3DS, I was amazed. I couldn't believe it, because this is a game I played with all my friends. Me and my buddies would get together, and we'd just go to town. And that game is Smash Brothers for 3DS. This game is awesome. Obviously, I'm a big fan of Smash Brothers Brawl. Do I think it's better than that? Oh man, that's a tough one. It is really good, though. It's really good. I mean, I got it for the Wii U, and I also got it for my 3DS. But just having this game on the go and being able to like play with your friends and get into those 4-player online matches, and now that they got Ryu, Lucas, and Roy, I mean, it just brings it all together. I mean, Roy is one of my favorite characters. I love Ike too. I love Ness. I mean, you know, just this is the biggest and most vast group of characters that they've had in a Smash Brothers game. And the content, the fact that it is coming to 3DS as well is just great. I mean, that means that we're going to get more characters later on, and it's really fun. I mean, I've played tournaments with people on Miiverse and stuff, and it's a blast. By now, you guys know that I'm at number 3. Game that came out earlier this year. I, believe it or not, had never played it before, even though a bunch of my friends have. I've seen Let's Plays, I've seen them play it. It's one of my favorite games of all time, and that is none other than The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. Now, when I didn't realize how amazing this game was until I had actually played it. It's dark, it's gritty, it's unlike any other Zelda game I've ever played. It's so weird. It's one of those games where it's just like, I can't believe this is a Zelda game, but I'm really glad it is. I love the Bomber's Notebook edition in this game. I love the fact that of all the different masks. I love the uniqueness of the music. I love the characters, whether it be the mask salesman, or different other characters in the game. I love how everything plays out. I love the moon. I don't like Tingle, but I don't think anyone does. He's really annoying. If you don't have this game, I mean, there's 2 reasons why you don't have this game if you don't have it. 1, because you don't have a 3DS, or 2, because you've played it before, whether it be for the 64 or the GameCube. This is a game that everyone needs to play. This is gaming history. This game will go down in history as one of the greatest games ever made. It's an amazing game. It's a great game. It's a beautiful game, and I really do hope that they make a second one, or they somehow do something exactly like Majora's Mask, because this game is just, it's brilliant. I mean, I love it. It's damn near a perfect game for the 3DS. Alright guys, so we're getting close to the end of this countdown. Thank you for sticking with me so far, and I hope that you guys have found some new titles or some new ideas for games that you thought you would never play that you're going to play now. That's my main goal here. But my number 2 game is Animal Crossing New Leaf. The reason why Animal Crossing New Leaf is on this list is because, in my opinion, it is the most addicting game on the 3DS, and it's a moneymaker for Nintendo, and it's one of the best games in the Animal Crossing series, if not the best, and it's just an amazing game. It's great. The gameplay is awesome. It does get repetitive at times, but I mean, hey, it's fun. I mean, the whole goal of everyone is to try to, you know, create your dream town of what you'd want to do. In this game, you're the mayor, and you basically talk to Isabelle, and you get to like build different buildings, or different trees, different bridges. You know, you can use your actual tokens that you'd use for Street Pass or whatever, your tokens to like basically get a new puzzle piece and stuff. You can use those to get fortune cookies in this game, and when you crack open the fortune cookies, you get exclusive Nintendo items, which is really cool. So you can actually get like a Triforce, or you can get like a Majora's Mask or a Metroid Prime, something like that. You know, so it's really cool. It's really deep gameplay. If you want to waste 3 months of your life, definitely play this game, because you definitely will. Alright guys, the time has come. Can I get a drum roll, please? The number 1 game and probably one of my favorite games of all times is none other than, you ready? You ready? Fire Emblem Awakening. Oh man, what do I say about this game that hasn't already been said? If I worked for a review company, I would probably walk right out, walk right out of the place if I worked for IGN or something and just be like, that's it. I've seen almost the perfect game. This is a 99 out of 100. This game is amazing. I've put hundreds of hours of gameplay into this. I can't believe that I'd lived so long in my life without ever playing a Fire Emblem game, and now I can't wait for Fire Emblem Fates. The story's amazing, the gameplay's amazing, the 3D is brilliant. I love the whole strategic, aspect of the game where you have to be careful to not move in this secret area because you might lose them. And once they're gone forever. I don't play that stuff where, you can reload the game or restart the game. I don't do that because I want there to be consequences for, what I actually do. Because of that, my first playthrough was kind of a garbage pile of a playthrough because half the people I didn't even make it to the end with. But my second one, I started to get a little bit more smart about it, and I did actually have to restart once or twice. But the first time, I didn't do that at all. I didn't restart. I wanted to see how it would turn out if the mistakes I made actually lasted and stuff. So this is a great game. One of the best games I've ever played. This is up there with Persona 4 Golden and Chrono Trigger and everything like that. Fire Emblem Awakening is an amazing title. I just recently played Fire Emblem The Sacred Stones, and I would say that that's on par with Awakening. I mean, they're both amazing games. I can only hope that Fire Emblem Fates is as good as this. This is a great game, so definitely get out there and try Fire Emblem Awakening, and don't be turned off at the fact that there's permanent death, because you don't have to use it. In the game, I have played it on normal difficulty without permanent death, and if you use the pair-up mode, you can actually, it's pretty much a cakewalk through the whole entire thing. So, I mean, this isn't just for people who are hardcore, RPG players or strategic players. I mean, this is a game for everyone. Everyone would love this game. This is great. I mean...